What's up, Team Iron? Michelle Meyer in the house. I'm going to give a few seconds just for everybody to be able to hop on. All right, so here's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about passion. We're going to talk about motivation because I know that everybody goes through seasons in their business. And from conversations that I've had with many of you, from things that I have seen shared, posted here, I feel like this is an appropriate time for us to address this topic. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm going to give some tough love today. And I'm going to give some questions for you to ask that I want you to force yourself to answer honestly. I don't want you to miss the opportunity to be real with yourself. Good morning, Miranda. I want you to help yourself by being self-aware, because so many times when I have conversations, because I get in conversations with a lot of even other entrepreneurs, and they talk about their habits, they talk about the things they're doing, but like they talk out of both sides of their mouth. And so I want to make sure that the words that you say are actually lining up with the activities that you're doing for your business. And so promise me that you will listen to this with an open heart, with an open mind, and not giving the answer that you necessarily want to give or that you know is the right answer, but actually looking at your activity. Not looking at what your heart wants to say, not looking at what your head knows to say, but evaluating this by what you did for your business yesterday. Ask yourself and evaluate yourself based on activity. Okay? All right. Okay. You are self-aware enough already to know that you're full of crap. Oh, Julia, you're funny. I appreciate your honesty. All right. But you know what? That kind of honesty, though, is what will help you to move on from the next step. The people that stay stuck in crap are the people that say, oh no, I do it all awesomely. So I look at that as a step in the right direction. So, okay, let's go and narrow down our 5 steps. All right, so the first thing is that discipline precedes passion, okay? Y'all have heard like every fitness professional in the world talk about the 5-minute rule, where even if you don't feel like working out, start your workout anyway. And if 5 minutes in you still want to quit, then you can quit. Like Zach Morris invented the 5-minute rule, and then everybody in every business afterward has taken it and twisted it and made it something else. But what happens when you start working out? You keep going because you're like, okay, I'm in it. I feel better now. Like whatever, you keep going. And so if you aren't currently doing in your business, you calling me when I'm on Facebook Live, you are not in a position to be able to be like fired up and make a decision. In fact, I would venture to say that 80% of coaches who quit their businesses quit when they haven't done anything in their business in 6 months. And so I don't think that they quit with all of the correct information, because if you haven't worked your business in 6 months, the reason why you're not passionate is because you're not doing. And so if you have said in the last month, or if you've thought in the last month about quitting, or about questioning whether or not you want to do this anymore, or questioning the importance of your business anymore, I want you to ask yourself if you're actually doing the activity that a Beachbody business owner should do. Because if you're not doing the activity, your problem isn't that you're not passionate. Your problem is that you quit. You already quit. And so you can't decide if you should quit or not because you actually already made that decision and you already quit. And so if you want to actually see if this business is tangible and there's still something there for you to do, then you have to actually start doing the activity to be able to make a genuine decision on that or not. So discipline is going to precede your passion. If you aren't doing, please don't expect to be fired up. Start doing, and you will either find your passion or you'll see that it's not the right fit for you. But you can't make that decision if you're not doing. So that's number one. The second thing I want you to ask yourself, lasting results in business and in fitness, they don't come easy, okay? There's a reason why it's called a workout and not a comfort out. There's a reason why it's not called it's called burning calories, it's not called cuddling calories, okay? Like, it's effort related. Effort related. And so if you expected otherwise, if you expected results to come easier, you've got to change your expectations. And so there's two things that you can change your expectations for. You either need to change your expectations for your results. You need to change your expectation that when you share one thing on social media about your business, that 20 people are going to message you and say, oh, that sounds wonderful. You sound like the perfect coach for me. Here's $200 to spend it however you think I need. Okay? Maybe you need to adjust that expectation. Or maybe you have to adjust your expectation for your commitment and for your workload. Maybe you need to understand that posting on social media is marketing, but it's not selling. And it's not actually reaching out to people one-on-one. It doesn't count as a talking to somebody about your business. It counts as marketing. The one-on-one conversations from this business are what actually build you a business. And so don't look for shortcuts. Because that's there's entrepreneurs and there's wantrepreneurs. And wantrepreneurs are always looking for the shortcut. But here's the problem. If you're an overnight success, then your business is probably going to crumble in a day too. Now, I'm sharing this from a perspective of when I first started my Beachbody business, I was totally a wantrepreneur. I thought of every grandiose idea of what I was going to do to grow this business. And it was like, I was going to sponsor a 5K, because that's what you should do, like your first month in business. Okay, face palm, slap yourself, whatever you need to do here, okay? But thankfully, I didn't have the money to sponsor a 5K. I literally thought, if my logo is on the back of one of those t-shirts, people are just going to want to buy from me and it's going to be awesome. Okay, I didn't have the money to get my logo on the back of one of those t-shirts. And P.S., even if I would have, and even if it would have worked, I didn't know enough about my business to where I would have blown that money because I didn't know what I was doing and nobody would have done repeat business with me. Okay? So I didn't have the money to do it. I didn't have the resources to do it. And I didn't have a trust fund and a mommy and daddy that would pay for it. And so what I did for my business was I built it the old-fashioned way. One day at a time, one person at a time. And that's the only reason why I still have a firm foundation for my business today. And so recognize that shortcutting your way to the top is probably only going to make you fail in the long run anyway. So don't do it. Don't do it. Do the hard work. Do the one day at a time, one person at a day at a time, like business. If you'll do that, if you'll build that kind of business, then your business will last. So adjust your expectations. Adjust your expectations for the kind of results that you're going to get from the kind of work that you're willing to do. Like, if you're only willing to share on social media once a week and talk to somebody about your business when they initiate the conversation with you, then adjust your expectations to where your business is probably going to be more about you getting the discount for Shakeology and maybe an occasional commission check. But if you show up to work every single day and talk to people and initiate conversations with people, and you do that with new people consistently, then you're not only going to be able to keep the lights on for your business, but you're going to be positioned for growth. So adjust your expectations either for the work that needs to be done are the results that you're going to get from the work that you're willing to do. All right. So discipline precedes passion. If you aren't doing, don't expect to be fired up. 2, lasting results don't come easy. If you expect otherwise, change your expectations. Those are our first 2. Number 3, creating your own motivation will allow you to create your own momentum. All right, Beachbody On Demand, this All Access Challenge Pack, has really changed the momentum surges in our business because we really have a consistent product base that we're pointing people to, and even when a new product comes out, we're no longer marketing that product to our existing customer base. We're just trying to reach new people with the same product that we've always had, okay? So our workouts, instead of being a surge of new product and new energy, are now a residual income product, just like our Shakeology and our other line of nutritional products, okay? So if you only work when your inspiration conditions are fully satisfied, when you have gotten a encouragement text from a current challenger, when you've signed up a new coach on your team, when you've done a team call that fired your team up, that has them texting you about things that they're doing in their business, when you've listened to the perfect sermon, when you've read the perfect passage in personal development that perfectly relates to where you are in your business. Okay, if you wait for those conditions to go to work, then you're going to spend a whole lot of time getting inspired and not a whole lot of time actually implementing. And the majority of your work time, if your goal is growth in your business, the majority of your work time has got to center around execution, not excitement. The majority of your work time has got to center around execution, not excitement, okay? So you've got to figure out how to create your own motivation so that you can create your own momentum. All right, so here's my deal. If I'm lacking motivation, I have 2 things that I need to do. I've either got to start doing the work even when I'm not motivated, and if that doesn't work, then I got to spend about 15 minutes in prayer. And if I will do those 2 things, then I will remember why I'm fired up. I got more for you in a minute on that one. But I don't need Beachbody to give me a new product. And I don't need somebody to tell me what I need to do and remind me why I'm here. I don't have to have an outside source that does that. I know that if I'll get in my email inbox and I'll start a conversation with somebody, and in that conversation, they present a need to me that I know that I have a solution for, I'm going to get fired up. But I have to be willing to do the boring inbox stuff and the boring reach out to that person that I've never talked to, put myself out there and be vulnerable self. Like, I got to do that first. And then that's going to put me in a position where I am willing and able to tap into my passion. And so if you are high maintenance when it comes to motivation and inspiration, then you're always going to spend time getting inspired. And you're going to have so much, you're going to be a talker, not a doer. Because you're going to have so much rattling around in your head, but you're never going to have time to implement. And so commit to becoming a self-starter. And if you'll do the tasks, I promise the motivation will come. But you can't just wait around on inspiration to strike and inspiration conditions to be perfect. And so don't spend all your time getting inspired and having inspiration. You got to spend time actually implementing. And your work time has got to center around execution, not excitement. So if you're a talker, okay, if you are a talker and you're a talker if you know everything about Beachbody, but you have nothing to show for it. You're a talker. But here's the thing, you can become a doer. You just have to quit talking. Like, you will make more money in this business and you will be more successful in this business if you listen more than you talk. But you got to take time to listen to other people. And then with what they share you, then you talk. But if you just know a bunch about Beachbody, knowledge doesn't do anything with this business. You have to have wisdom in this business. And wisdom comes from knowledge applied. That's wisdom. Wisdom is knowledge applied. And if you just have the knowledge, but you don't have any of the application, you have no wisdom in your business. And you have no wisdom in your business because you don't do. So you got to fix that. You got to fix that. In Beachbody and in life, you are 100% right, my friend. 100% right. That's why it's so cool to build this business. Because if you really do it right, this isn't just going to make you a better Beachbody coach. This is going to make you a better wife. It's going to make you a better student of God's word. It's going to affect all other areas of your life if you will see how it can be done firsthand in this business. Just throwing it out there. All right, now, this one is probably the toe stepper. Just gonna be real honest. Yeah, that's right. I haven't stepped on your toes yet. But this one is the toe stepper. So get ready. Is your motivation tied to selfish results? Is your motivation tied to selfish results? Now, this is the hard question, because I know that you want to say, no, it's not. My business is about others, Michelle. My business is all about other people and other people getting results. Okay, well, I'm going to ask this question. If you had 10 people lined up right now to buy challenge packs, to sign up for your team, whatever, would your thoughts, actions, and commitment to your business be different? If you had 10 people lined up right now to buy challenge packs, to sign up for your team, would your thoughts, actions, and commitment to your business be different? Because if those 10 people putting money in your pocket, putting people on your team to affect your rank, would change your actions, would change your commitment, and would change your thought process regarding your Beachbody business, then please stop fooling yourself. Please stop fooling yourself. Your intentions are not as pure as you say they are. Okay, I told you I was going to step on your toes. So it was with fair warning. But other people can probably sniff out your selfishness. People desire you to be authentic and genuine. And if they think that you want their money more for yourself than you want to actually help them reach your goals, they're going to go elsewhere because they can. You are not the only answer to getting fit. You are not the only Beachbody coach. You are not the only show in town. And so if you genuinely want to be able to stand out from other people, you got to do what most people won't do. And most people won't be in it more for the other person than they'll be in it for themselves. And so you got to be willing to deal with this question. You got to be willing to deal with it. Because I'm telling you, it only gets harder to be motivated for pure reasons as you have more results. As you start getting those checks, as you start getting recognition from Beachbody for building a team or whatever, it's only going to be harder for your motivations to be pure. And so don't think that your motivations will get pure after you get the results. You're only going to have more stumbling blocks. So get your motivations pure and right before the results come. And you're always going to have an X factor in your business that most people won't work to have. So get that first. Get that first. Coming from somebody who had, when I started in this business, I started with other people, and I started with some people that are no longer in this business because the money in the paycheck was shinier and easier to get somewhere else. I started with this business with people that started for the right reasons, and then they started to have success in financial stuff and in stuff and in spotlight and in all of these other things, and their motivations changed. Their attitudes changed. Their commitment to their other roles in their life that are much more important than this business, like AKA your family, changed. And it's a slippery slope, and it's a dangerous one. And this is an amazing business. It's a wonderful business that can connect you with incredible people, that can equip you to be able to help other people in fantastic ways. But this business is a terrible life. And if you are motivated by the wrong things, then you will be tempted to succeed in the stuff that doesn't matter. So get this right first. And don't let your motivation be tied to selfish results. Have the commitment level to your business, whether you have 10 people in line for a challenge pack or you're at Success Club 0 and you got to go out and start from scratch. Because if your business would be different if there was more in it for you, then you're in a dangerous spot for growing your business and being completely delusional that you're not doing it for the right reasons. Number 4. All right, last one, number 5. I think that one was the hardest one. That was the hardest one, so that's over. When was the last time that you evaluated your why? When was the last time that you evaluated your why? Because I think everybody starts with a why for their business. I know that every coach that I recruit, that's one thing that I want to get down. I want to know why they want to be in this business. And I want to make sure that it's a why that's going to get them out of bed in the morning. But there's a good chance that the why that you started with isn't your why anymore. There's a good chance that it's changed. But if you haven't taken the time to clearly articulate what your new why is, then the reason why you probably aren't showing up every day is because you haven't given yourself a clear reason of why you should. That why doesn't matter to you anymore, so that why doesn't motivate you anymore. So you got to come up with a new why. Why do you work your business during nap time instead of taking a nap yourself or giving yourself a manicure? Like, why? You need one that is going to motivate you for the right reasons. And so reevaluate it, and reevaluate it often. Reevaluate it every single time you feel yourself in this spot. Every single time you feel yourself lacking motivation, you've got to reevaluate your why. And you've got to ask yourself, what's going to motivate me to get out of bed today? What's going to motivate me to put myself out there today? You've got to reevaluate it. All right. If you guys have questions, please ask them now, but I'm going to recap really fast. And if you just hopped on, you're going to want to go and you're going to want to listen to the other 4. But I'm going to recap the 5 real fast. Discipline precedes passion. If you aren't doing, please don't expect to be fired up. 2, lasting results do not come easy. If you expected otherwise, change your expectations either for your commitment level for what you need to show up to do every day, or for the results that you're going to get from the work that you're willing to do. 3, creating your own motivation will allow you to create your own momentum. If you only work when your inspiration conditions are perfect, then you're going to spend a whole lot of time getting inspired and not a lot of time implementing. And the bulk of your work time should revolve around execution, not excitement, if you really want to grow. Number 4, is your motivation tied to selfish results? And here's the question that will really help you determine the honest answer to that. If you had 10 people lined up to buy challenge packs right now, would your thoughts, actions, and commitment to your business be different? Because if your answer is yes, then you've got to stop fooling yourselves, because your intentions are not as pure as they say they are. And other people can probably sniff out your selfishness. I'm going to give you one more question to ask. If the work that you did for your business yesterday was dependent upon your future success, hello, 'cause it is. Do you deserve the next step up in your business? Because just wanting it doesn't grant it. You got to work for it. And if what you did for your business yesterday doesn't show the commitment to your business's future, it doesn't line up, sweetie, and something's got to change. Number 5, when was the last time that you evaluated your why? When was the last time that you evaluated your why? Because chances are, why you got started isn't the reason that will keep you motivated now. And so you need to reevaluate it, and you need to reevaluate that why every single time you find yourself lacking motivation. And then you got to decide if that why is worth it and will motivate you to get to work. So, there you have it. You love how I tell it like it is, sister. Thank you, because I don't really know how to do it any other way. I really don't. I'm not good at sugarcoating. So thank you guys for allowing me to be honest. Okay. Are there any questions? Are there any questions? Because I'm happy to answer. Mwah. Thank you for all the hearts. You guys know how needy communicator I am. Thank you for responding to my neediness. I appreciate that. I really do. Okay. I'm not seeing questions. If you watch the recording and you have questions, please tag me and don't be afraid to ask questions. But I love y'all. And that's the reason why I'm tough. Because love and truth go hand in hand. And it's why I'm always going to tell you I believe in you, and that even if you gave every wrong answer to today, even if you gave every wrong answer, you can start taking the action steps required and move in the right direction. This isn't final. Even if you failed this test, failure is never final. The only way failure is final is if you quit. That's it. And so you have the ability to change. And you have the ability to create new habits. If I didn't think otherwise, I wouldn't waste my time here. But don't just stay stuck for the sake of staying stuck. Try. Try. See what happens. The worst thing that can happen if you try is that you won't get any results and you'll be right where you are right now. You are living your worst case scenario right now. It can't get any worse than this. It can't. The only thing that you can do is try, and it can work. Or you can be right where you are right now. So you have nothing to lose. There you go. All right. Mwah. I love you. High fives, kisses, and I'll see you later.